Segment number 3, Kirtland and the ETC. This is the one many have been waiting for over a number of weeks that I've been sort of preparing you for it. This involves the Kirtland Air Force Base in the state of New Mexico and ETC, extraterrestrial craft. Now what you're going to see on the screen is going to be rather hard to believe. But first of all, I want to say that the gentleman that I have been getting this information from, along with the pictures, and the gentleman that I've had correspondence with by both letter and telephone, is mentioned in 3 official United States government documents, all Air Force. His full name is given, his position. I don't want to go into that too much in this first part. I will be relating in the future this man's name and where he's located and the name of the Air Force officer that's been assisting him in this work. It is unbelievable, but yet it is true and has been taking place in New Mexico for the past several years, starting in the year of 1950. Let's go to the visuals on Kirtland and the ETC. This represents my first of a 3-part film slide report on Kirtland and the ETC, the extraterrestrial craft. A series of incredible aerial phenomena occurred over sections of the state of New Mexico between the years of 1980 through 1985. Now these craft performed unbelievably. Now here we see this UFO as it zoomed near a ridge of the Alchasta Mesa in New Mexico at an estimated speed of 15,000 miles per hour just before sunset. Now a Hasselblad camera was used, one of the best. A physicist with a number of patents to his credit, and also being the president of his own electronics firm in New Mexico, investigated these incidents, filmed them, and researched it along with the help of a major from Kirtland Air Force Base, New Mexico. Now this work occurred over a 7-year period. This is the UFO that was filmed in 1979 with the camera lens opening of F-11. Sunlight resonates with the propulsion field of that craft, and the blue streaks are bow wave ionization in the atmosphere. Now this is a close-up of that craft showing the blue streaks of the ionization and the outline of a circular craft. Trees along the hillside are detectable in the background with the craft traveling at such extreme speed it has been a blur at 15,000 miles per hour. All of these pictures are with the compliments of the physicist in New Mexico who I have personally communicated with on these incidents. Now there's more to come. Now this picture shows a UFO as it turned toward the camera at a time an aircraft was approaching runway 26 at Kirtland Air Force Base. The physicist presently has in his possession at least 2,600 feet of super 8mm motion picture films of UFO activity over the Kirtland Air Force Base area. And now we move in closer for a better view of the circular craft as it displays that familiar center dome structure as it made its turn in front of that airplane. The craft seems to be slightly tilted at this point and helps even all the more to show the top center dome outline so often seen on circular flying objects. There also reportedly is an ET base. That's right, an extraterrestrial base located in New Mexico. And I am told that there seems to be a working agreement between our government and the entities at that base. Now, part of this so-called agreement involved the exchange of technology along with several of their atomic ships in exchange for permitting them to have their ET base and conduct certain experiments. Now, what you see on your screen has been labeled a U.S. black ship. Also notice the outline of a person near a vehicle. Now that is the Air Force officer that has assisted the physicist in this work. We have now moved in a little closer of this U.S. black ship, as it has been referred to. This was originally taken from 8mm super motion picture footage. The area is Coyote Canyon, an area of Kirtland Air Force Base. Now, look closely, for there is a blue force field under each wingtip, and therefore what you are now viewing is reportedly one of the atomic ships given us by the entities, and we are now testing it. Here is another closer view of that so-called atomic ship. The physicist reports this is the same type of ship that Betty Cash, Vicki Landrum, and her grandson Colby encountered in December of 1980, whereby the two women, being too near a hovering diamond-shaped craft, were radioactively burned. In that case, the two women reported a number of helicopters circled that craft, and shortly thereafter, it left. This occurred in the state of Texas. The second report in this series will be presented in 2 weeks. Well, that really gives you something to think about, doesn't it? And can you imagine some of those craft flying at 15? Now, the one slide that we showed you there, showing the craft going by that camera with an open lens, shutter speed, f11 opening lens, you could see the outline of a circular-shaped craft. But yet you could see the trees on the other side of the craft against that mountain range. Now, the reason for that was just a blur when it went by at 15,000 miles per hour, but the setting was there, and the Hasselblad camera, I am told, is about one of the best cameras that you can purchase, and you would have to have something real swift, including the ASA film that was used in that. So that's only part one, and what you've seen there is most unusual, and we've got some more fantastic scenes to show you 2 weeks from now when we bring you part 2 of Kirtland and the ETC. Now, I want to invite you to join me on the next portion of ET Monitor and our 3 segments.
Thank you for watching ET Monitor. For a complimentary copy of the ET Monitor newsletter, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to ET Monitor, Box 310, Windsor, Pennsylvania 17366.